Archangel Michael whispers, "Heaven has rendered a verdict in silence. Your destiny has been sealed by hands unseen, and the one chosen for you carries a name you've heard before, yet never considered." This is not chance, it's sacred precision, and it's unfolding faster than your logic can grasp. They've been watching from afar, quietly honoring your grace, your endurance, your divine evolution. What appeared to be a fleeting presence was, in truth, a spiritual echo, an ancient soul tethered to your light. They are not foreign to your frequency, though your heart has yet to fully awaken to the truth. The scroll of your love story in 2025 has already been written, signed in divine ink, and the pull toward you has begun stirring within them, unexplained yet undeniable. Dreams are forming around your image, your name has traveled where your feet have not, whispered in prayer, not gossip. This connection is not merely romantic, it is missional. Together, you're destined to restore what once felt lost, to ignite divine assignments, and walk side by side through doors only your union can open. The time is now, delays are broken. Heaven has sent final confirmation. You'll feel it during moments of quiet stillness, when thoughts drift to the unknown, and their name flickers across signs, dreams, and glitches that feel surreal. These are not coincidences, they are coordinates. They, too, have endured battles, spiritual weight that prepared them for you. God withheld this union until both hearts could love in wholeness, not in desperation. Someone tried to spiritually intercept this love, planting confusion, but her illusions are crumbling under divine light. Your person sees clearly now, they are no longer fooled by shadows. They are not what your adversaries expected, they are better, chosen, sanctified, and aware of what love truly demands. Around June 2025, a soft current of activation will surge, don't ignore it. It's alignment manifesting. They are carrying the key to a door in your life that's been locked for too long. This is not a pursuit of your body, but of your soul, your mission, your eternal calling. Your strength doesn't intimidate them, it inspires them. They've dreamt of you since late 2024 without knowing why, only waking with an ache that something vital is missing. That missing presence is you. A message may come from an unexpected number, or a familiar face might feel new. Pay attention. That moment will ignite everything. You'll look back and see how the universe rearranged timelines just for you two to collide. Their name will arrive through unexpected lips. When you hear it, your heart will skip, not from fear, but soul recognition. This isn't regression, even if they come from the past, it's divine completion. They saw you before, but the veil had not yet lifted. Now, their eyes recognize your soul's worth. Their heart speaks your name in prayer, even when their mind cannot comprehend why. This love wakes you up at 3 a.m. in tears, not of grief, but of remembrance. You've known each other beyond this realm. Their name is ancient, a soul contract signed before birth, and now echoing in your chest. You've endured false love and spiritual decoys, but it was all preparation for a sacred match. Their gaze will silence your doubts. Their touch won't just calm your skin, it will settle your nervous system. Love will arrive with divine maturity. Some may question the pairing, but heaven already approved it. Peace will find you in their arms. God removed who needed to go so this soul could enter unobstructed. You are not late, you are precisely aligned. Your future spouse was chosen to be both shield and sanctuary. There was an attack planned, emotional sabotage, but they will intercept it with love's armor. They will arrive when you are at the edge of surrender, reminding you that you are not too much. They've already rejected the lies spoken about you. They feel your truth in their soul and will defend your name even in your absence. A reversal is unfolding. The one who ignored you will hear of you again, but this time as the one who triumphed. The enemy's grip over your love life is breaking. Distractions are dissolving. Angelic forces are preparing your path. Sudden exhaustion or bursts of spiritual emotion. That's your soul reacting to their awakening. Even in your solitude, you are not alone. Your name is anchored in their heart. They are dreaming of you, sensing you, being nudged toward you by divine currents. 2025 will give them courage to confess what they've kept hidden, a truth that will silence every doubt you once held. There's a place destined to activate your encounter, a restaurant, a street, a gate. When your eyes meet, time will falter. They once walked near another path, but it lacked the soul-igniting power that only you carry. Even in silence, your spirit is loud in theirs. This union is wrapped in divine flame, no curse, no spell can sever it. You'll dream with clarity, speak in the astral, and awaken feeling spoken to, deeply. Stay awake. Cleanse your spirit. Do not beg. Do not settle. They will come in alignment, not confusion. Their love won't ask you to shrink, it will ask you to rise. You're not just attracting a lover, but a spiritual warrior with a heart that mirrors your own. Watch for synchronicities, numbers, animals, unexpected kindness. These are divine breadcrumbs. You cried, fasted, healed, held the line of faith. Now, God moves. Their name will feel like balm. You won't need logic to believe, it will resonate in your bones. Prepare your home, your heart, your frequency. They are not empty-handed, they bring legacy, love, and shelter. They'll want your truths, not your performance. Their love is not shallow curiosity, it's deep reverence. They'll pray for you, guard your wounds, and speak calm over your storms. They've lived, hurt, healed, and now they build, not bleed. This is layered love, physical, emotional, spiritual. You'll stop waiting because everything will suddenly make sense. They'll say your name like a vow, and their eyes will declare it before their lips. This love won't require convincing, it will carry divine certainty. The air will shift when they arrive. You won't sacrifice peace, you'll expand. Challenges may test this union, but nothing can shake what God has sealed. Expect a final storm, then an undeniable calm. Their name may reach you from the lips of a child, or stranger. It will pierce your spirit and feel strangely familiar. They'll pursue with certainty, not games. They'll feel like home, though it's your first true meeting. That's what happens when souls sign before bodies breathe. You'll start to glow. Their love will begin healing you before their arms even find you. No more explaining to those who don't care. They'll get it. Your silence will be fluent to them. No more struggle to hold things together, it will flow because it's heaven designed. The promise over your name is being unlocked in 2025. This is about restoration of legacy, not performance. You've been misunderstood, betrayed, but this soul comes to elevate you, not exploit you. They'll cry, pray, laugh with you, breathe oxygen back into your weary places. This is not recycled romance, it's a fresh revelation with ancient roots. Distractions will try, but your spirit will discern. They're not just entering your life, they're entering your lineage. Your whole legacy is shifting. You've held too much alone, but no longer. They may be quiet, but their loyalty roars. They'll take action, not make promises. A dream is coming with a number or location, do not dismiss it. It is confirmation. They'll ask questions not to intrude, but to understand. They'll guard you physically, emotionally, spiritually. Their protection will be wordless prayer. When you doubt yourself, they'll remind you who you are. This isn't attraction, it's restoration. They've been through fire to value your gold. They won't treat you lightly. You won't search, they will find you. You've been growing in silence. So have they. Now, silence breaks. Your next relationship won't deplete you, it will develop you. It will feel easy, but never shallow. Deep, but never draining. Your hesitation may flare, but leap anyway, heaven is catching both of you. They'll honor your roots, support your wings, and love your depths. You've carried too much, now your soul helper comes. Not to complete you, but to stand beside you in purpose. The divine clock is ticking. Your name is already being whispered beside theirs. This connection will bless you, and expose everything that was fake. It will heal generational wounds and model a new way of loving. They won't shrink from your light, they'll magnify it. This is more than love, it is prophecy manifest. When they ask, "Where have you been?" your soul will answer, "I've been waiting for you." You'll go from strangers to sacred in divine time. No rush, only revelation. When you hold their hand, it will feel like holding the restoration of everything you thought you lost, now returned, now whole. They'll cry, pray, laugh, and then fall into silence. A silence so deep it echoes louder than screams. A silence where the only thing louder is the sound of realization, that everything they mocked, denied, or dismissed is now standing before them with eyes like fire. The skies, no longer blue, pulse crimson as if the universe itself is bleeding truth. No more filters. No more illusions. Just raw, unbearable honesty. People will look to leaders, only to find them speechless. Gurus, influencers, prophets for profit, now pale as ash, their words returning void. Because truth doesn't need a microphone, it just is. And that moment, it will feel like eternity. A clock suspended in mid-tick. Every soul will be laid bare. No resume, no followers, no curated version. Just the essence. And in that exposure, the weight of every ignored whisper of conscience will return, louder than thunder. Some will weep, not just from fear, but from regret, the kind of regret that can't be numbed with distractions. Regret for every second spent chasing dust. For every moment truth stood at the door and they pretended not to hear the knock. For every time they traded conviction for comfort, silence for applause. The world, once obsessed with being on the right side of history, will realize history never had sides, but truth always did. And that side? It was never trending. It was never popular. It didn't come with a brand deal. It walked barefoot, bled quietly, and waited patiently. And now, it's not asking for permission. It's taking center stage. The oceans will roar not from tides but from testimony. Nature itself, long ignored and exploited, will rise up as witness. Trees that stood still through centuries of lies will now sway with righteous unrest. The wind will no longer whisper, it will wail. Not in anger, but in mourning for a world that forgot its soul. And in the middle of it all, those who stood firm when it cost them everything will glow. Not with pride, but with peace. The kind of peace that comes not from the absence of chaos, but from the presence of purpose. Their eyes won't reflect fear, they'll reflect recognition. Because they always knew this moment would come. They were mocked as mad, extreme, irrelevant. But now they stand like anchors while the world trembles. Their voices, once drowned out, will now echo like drums of clarity. Not to say, we told you so, but to say, he told us so. And still, even in this unraveling, grace will stretch out one final time. Not as a safety net, but as a hand. Reaching. Bleeding. Beckoning. A final whisper, come. Not to religion. Not to ritual. But to redemption. Raw. Undeserved. Real. And those who reach back will feel it, not as comfort, but as fire. Burning away everything false. Leaving only what was always meant to be. And then, the sound will shift. Trumpets, not symbolic, but shattering. A sound that doesn't enter the ears, but the soul. Splitting dimensions. It won't be poetic. It won't be metaphor. It will be undeniable. And in that moment, knees won't choose to bow, they will collapse. Not from force, but from the sheer weight of majesty. The king, once crowned with thorns, now crowned in glory. Not hidden in parables, not gentle on a donkey, but blazing in authority. Eyes like lightning. voice like rushing waters. And he won't need to introduce himself, every heart will know. Not from stories or sermons, but from that ancient, unexplainable knowing that was etched into every soul before birth. The one who was, who is, who always will be. Not a symbol. Not an idea. A person. And those who love him will not shrink back, they will rise. With tears, yes. With trembling, yes. But also with joy unspeakable. Because this is not the end for them, it's the beginning they longed for. Not streets of gold or clouds of harp music, but union. Wholeness. Home. The ache of every holy hunger finally satisfied. But for others, it will be the great undoing. Not because they weren't good enough. Not because they didn't follow rules. But because they spent their lives refusing the one thing that could have saved them, surrender. They built empires, amassed followers, bought time, but never bowed. And now, as kingdoms collapse and titles turn to dust, they'll understand, they never had control. They just had the illusion of it. And truth? It doesn't negotiate. It doesn't soften itself for comfort. It doesn't apologize for being absolute. And so it will stand, blazing, holy, and unyielding. And those who refused it in life will now face it in full. Not with shame imposed, but with a clarity that pierces deeper than guilt. I knew, and I turned away. Yet even here, in this final unveiling, love remains. Not as leniency, but as justice. Love doesn't let lies win. Love doesn't leave the oppressed without vindication. Love doesn't wink at evil. It confronts it, completely. And so, justice will roll like rivers, not to destroy, but to cleanse. The world doesn't end in chaos, it ends in correction. A setting right of every wrong. A silencing of every lie. A lifting of every veil. And after the fire, after the trumpet, after the tears, will come the stillness. A new breath. Not just a new chapter, but a new book. One not written by human hands. One where pain doesn't have the final word. One where truth is not hidden in mystery, but walked within intimacy. And those who endure, who chose the narrow when the wide was easier, will enter not as guests, but as sons. Daughters. Heirs. They'll look into his eyes and find everything they ever longed for but couldn't name. And he'll look back, not with disappointment, but with delight.